Alright, so now we're going to be editing the weapon file for part 2. So I'm just going to change the display name to I don't even know, Claw O. Alright, and we're going to keep it full auto and keep on scrolling to the right. And now we're going to change up our clip size to 30 instead of 20. Magazine, or the amount of ammo we get is 24, as well as here. And then here's something important: if somehow your player gets lucky and gets the Scar H again after pack-a-punching it from the box, and they keep it, you have to change this part and just add, and do that, just change it to maybe have PAP at the end or anything, as long as it's not the same as the original, or else the ammo is going to share between each other. And then the damage, you're going to up that to 160. Minimum damage, you'll change that to 145. Melee damage is 150 always. If you have it more, then you're going to do more melee damage than you should. And I'll start changing up the fire time. Do a common number, 0.064. Melee time, we're going to just leave that stuff alone. Reload, we're going to make it slightly faster to 1.9. Reload empty can be 2.45. Reload add time, this is something that I always forget to change, and I should have shown it in other tutorials that I've done with custom guns. But the reload add time is basically how much time it is until the game recognizes that you have a clip put into the gun. So you should normally have that if they're around the same as your reload time. If not, set it to 0, I think it is, so then it gives the ammo after reload animation is done. So I'll actually put it to 1.6, so then by that time it'll probably have already done most of the animation. And most of this other stuff we don't need to change. And now we're going to search for a gun model. And we're going to change this to our pack-a-punched version. So mine just kept it simple. And don't need to worry about any animations unless you're putting a sight on it. Then you need to change the ADSMs, and you're going to need an ADSM to have. Muzzle flashes you can go ahead and change to something else if you would like to, but I'm just going to leave it as it is. And I'm going to look for a fire sound. It's actually just right here. And here we're going to change it so then we have a pack-a-punch sound. So I'm going to add PAP to the end of both of them. And last shot, make sure you remove everything in it, or else you'll have to at least put these aliases right here. And then if you want to, you can change up the reload sound if you'd like to, but I'm just going to leave it as is and not worry about it. And that's really all you're going to need. So now you file save. And now we're going to go to our raw sound aliases. And this tutorial is assuming that you've already set everything up for your normal version, including the sounds part. Not going to go too in depth about it. So I think I added it under Modern Warfare 1 guns. Let's see. Yep. So for me, I'm going to need to copy these two lines and then paste them. So then I got new set. And we're going to add underscore PAP to them. So then the game knows that these are what it has to direct it to. And we're going to add underscore PAP to the end of the name of the sound file. We just leave the reloads alone. And we're done with that. Now we're going to go back to our mods. And then this is where Audacity comes in. So what we're going to do is open up the fire sound. So there's my fire sound. And then you're going to want to take the PAP sound that I put in the description in the first part. Probably put in this part as well if I remember to. You're going to drag that into Audacity. I believe I have it here. Yep. Just drag that into this empty area. And now when you play it, you'll have a Pack-a-Punch sound to it. So you can increase here which one you want to hear more of. And once you've got it how you want, you're going to go File, Export, and then go to your map, sound, Scar H, and I'm going to just click on this, and then click here, and add underscore PAP to it. Save as type, set it to other uncompressed files, options, and then the header needs to be WAV Microsoft, encoding unsigned 8-bit PCM. If you get a different version instead of 1.3, you may not have the same settings, so just save it as a .wav file, and the project rate, leave it at 48,000 or 44,100, which is normally what it is. And save it, clear any tags there are, and hit OK. And you don't need to save changes, that's just going to make an Audacity file, which we do not need. And now if we look in here, we've got a Fire PAP sound. And now we need to go to our raw images and grab the image of the Pack-a-Punch texture that we used. And I believe I forgot it what it was again, so I'm just going to look in the GDT. So Scar H, Material, PAP, Red Herman, that was actually the first one. So we're going to copy that and go to our mods again and paste it into here. And that should be everything we need. We've got the weapons, sound, and the images. So now we're going to go into Launcher. This is my least favorite part, but let's see if it'll work. And go down to Siphon Shanty. Just check mark these for now. And go ahead and just make sure that it's got all the images. And then make sure you check the... You actually don't need to check sounds, which I found out recently. So that's cool. And check the Scar HCM. And also one thing I forgot, I knew I was forgetting something. We need to go into our zombie mode weapons.gsc. If you don't have one, copy one from raw maps. And we're going to need to add in our gun. I don't have my Scar H in here because I never set up the weapons stuff for it since it's a custom gun after I had released Shantytown. So I'm just going to copy the Chinese F-56 and then just add in the original Scar HZM upgraded, and then save that, and then go to our DLC3 code.gsc, same thing as before, and here it is. And then, if you don't want the Pack-a-Punch version box, which normally does not happen with all maps, then just set this to false after doing the comma space. And if you want the box, you can either just not have the comma space thing, or you can just, to be sure, add true, just like I did there. And just for the testing purposes, go into the zombie mode weapons and look for zombie score, I think it is. Yep, and I'm just going to change this to 500,000. Not overkill on points totally. Now we're going to scroll down here, and we're going to add the X model of the gun. X model, roll on Scar H view PAP. And then in the weapon section, we're going to do the same thing, except now this time include the weapon file. Scar HCM upgraded. And then build them on. There we go, alright. I need to clean up my desktop sometime. It's gone off the page as well. Kinda sucks, but whatever. I'll go ahead and just probably pause this here, or actually just stop this part, and the next part will be testing in-game. So I'll see you guys in the next video.